I think we have solved 3 questions yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
So, did you try the question number 4 and 5 by yourself?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
could you get the answer for that? Okay, I'll do one thing. I think question number 4 was relatively simple. Question number 5,
So,
everybody, yeah. Tell me.
so fourth one was very easy, so but fifth just
Yeah, I'll do it. That's what I said. I'll do the 5th question again. Let me do the 5th problem. Yeah. So activity, I'm doing the 5th question, okay, and the IP. So the values are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Dash A, B, 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 and then we have CC, then DE, and this is FG, and this is I. Okay, yeah. So can you please tell me which activity is the starting point here?
A, sir.
A.
A is a starting point, so we'll start with the activity A. Okay, A. Yeah. Then from activity A, it is going to B. So activity A is it is going to B. Okay. Again, from activity B, it is going to C, it is going to D, and it is going to E. That is 3 activities are coming from B. So we can write 3 different activities here. One is C, other one is D, and third one is E. So 3 activities come out from B. And then activity C to F. This is activity C. So from activity C, it is going to F. Okay. Then again from activity, I just had some problem. That's it. Any fix. Activity C to G. So one more activity it is coming to G. Then from the combination of D and D, it is H. Yeah, now I want you to please pay attention. From the combination of D and D, you are supposed to draw H. Now can I directly join D and E? Can I do that?
No, sir.
Why?
No, sir.
Because it is
What
from
do
the
you mean?
same activity.
Yeah, because you can see that both activity D and D is coming from the same activity. So therefore, if I want to join activity D and D, I am supposed to introduce a dummy activity. Here I am supposed to introduce a dummy activity. Okay. Now you can see that at this point, the activity D and D is combined. So from the combination of D and D, we are supposed to draw H. So from here, the H will come into picture. Okay. And next, from F and G, I. Again, you can see F and G is coming from the same activity. From where it is coming? It is coming from C. Since both are coming from same activity, again I'm supposed to introduce dummy activity to join these two. As I told you yesterday in the class, it is not necessary that in one problem only one dummy activity has to be used. You can use any number of dummy activity, but before we use a dummy activity, you should make sure that the dummy activity is not unnecessarily used. That is very, very important. Okay, it should not be unnecessarily used. So here you can see that since both F and G are coming from the same activity, we can again draw one more dummy activity here. So you leave on the dummy activity na join made. Now this becomes the combination of F and G. From there you can go for I. Okay, and finally from I to J. From I to J. Okay. Now can anybody please tell me, I have done the problem correctly or there any scope for further improvement here? Yeah. What can be done now? Please look at the board and tell me. You can see there are 2 openings now. I've told you very clearly, whenever we draw a network diagram should always be a closed path. So what can be done to make it a closed path now? Hello? Are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please look at the board and tell me what can be done now to make it a closed path.
Sir, I feel H can be extended till J to
Correct.
create a loop.
Very true. So you can see that both J and H are two different openings here, which is not a good sign. Whenever we draw any network diagram, it has to be a closed path. Since there are no other activities coming further, ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ whatever is remaining we can join them. So instead of leaving H here blanket, ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, this entire value can be extended up to here and I can make it as H. ಇದನ್ನ H ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. Okay, now you can see it's a closed path. As usual, you are supposed to indicate the arrows clearly. That's very, very important. Okay, now this is what the network diagram got. And you can see that in this network diagram, there are two dummy activities coming in. Okay, so can you please tell me the numbering now? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally 10. Totally, there are 10 events as far as this particular question is concerned. Is that clear, everyone? You understood this problem, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
You can take a note of it so that I can take up the next question. Okay, so shall I wipe it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me take the question number 6 now. Okay, so question number 6, again it has got up to L, I, J, K and L. Okay, the IP values are dash A, B, 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 C, C, F, D, GH, E and IP. Okay, now this is the value. Okay, let me just erase this. Okay, now tell me which is the starting point in this particular problem. Which is the starting point? A is the starting point. So we'll start here. Okay, A is the starting point. Okay. Next, from activity A, it is going to B. Activity A, it is going to B. Okay. Now, from B, there are three different activities coming in: B to C, B to D, and B to E. Okay. So now we have three different activities coming here: B to C, B to D, and B to E. Three activities coming here. Okay. And then from C to F, this is activity C. From C, it is coming to F. Okay. Next, again, one more activity coming here from C to G. C to G. Next, from F to H. Here it is F. From F, it is going to H. Okay. D to I. So D is here. D to I. Okay. GH to J. GH. Now, can I join these two or should I introduce the dummy activity? Can you please tell me? I'm
Dummy.
supposed to do G and H. Should I join dummy activity or directly it can be joined? Hello? I want you to please reply. Can I join G and H directly or a dummy activity is required here?
Dummy, sir.
Why?
Dummy activity.
Why?
No, sir, we can join.
We
Join
can
directly.
join.
Join
sir.
directly. We are not from the same origin.
H is coming from F. G is coming from C. They are coming from activity. So it doesn't require any dummy. This is a place where you should be very clear. Okay. Please look at the origin. H is coming from F and G is coming from C. So they are coming from two different activities. Therefore, G and H can be joined directly by making small adjustments in the shape of it. Okay, but dummy is not required. So ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ H ನ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲು I can write down. Okay, I can write like this. Now you can see that G. Here both will be joined. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ always draw a rough figure before so that you'll get a fair idea how exactly your diagram looks, and then you can come out with a neat figure. No problem anyway. So G and H combination in the it goes to J. Okay, J. E to K. So he is here. E in the L baratta, E in the K baratta. Okay, and finally I to L. Okay, where is I? I is here. I to L. Okay, now can you please tell me what to be done? Please look at the board and tell me. You can see there are three
We
open.
need to join.
KL.
So K, L, and J, all the three outward lines what we have at the end, they all can be ended at one common loop. Okay, so that it becomes a closed path. Are you understanding? And please remember this step very clearly. You will be allowed to join them at the end, provided there are no more activities after that. Adu condition. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ activities ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ this entire guys, it is for everyone or me?
Yes.
Yes,
It's paused for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, there was a small internet issue. Internet ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So now have you got a fair idea about how to solve this problem, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will take the question number 6 aitalaga. 7th question we'll take. We'll just quickly go now with the next question. Okay, question number 7. Again, question number 7 has up to K. K thanka ide, and the IP values are dash A, B, C, D, E, DF, E, H, G, I, J. Okay. So which is the starting point now in this particular problem?
A.
Yeah. So A is the starting point. So we'll start with A. Okay. Next, from activity A, it is going to B. Activity A to B. Next, activity B to C. Activity B to C. Then activity C to D. Activity C to D. Then activity B to E. But the B in the, there is one more activity coming, which is E. Okay. And then activity E to F. Activity E to F. Then from activity DF to G. Okay. Can you please tell me, can I combine D and F directly, or I should use dummy activity? Hello?
We can join, sir.
Directly join because they are coming from two different activities. So they are F agata. Now I can directly take DF. So from D and F, it is going to G. It is going to G. From E to H. So there is one more activity coming from E. It is H. Okay. And then H to I. H to I. Okay. And now you can see from G and I, it is J. G is coming from different, I is coming from different activity. Therefore, I can join them. So the join madadre G and I in the, it is going to J. And finally, from J to K. J to K. Okay. Now this is the diagram. Okay. So you should be able to do it fast. Once you have got a control over it, once you understand how the flow of activity happens, I think this becomes very, very simple mechanism. Okay. As usual, please don't forget to mention the arrows. Arrows are very important. Ivaga nimge arrows are important alla ansbodu, but when you are solving the problems on CPM and PERT, they are extremely important. That's why you always try to develop the habit of writing the arrow every time you draw the network diagram. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Totally 10 activities we have as far as this question is concerned. But ಇನ್ನೊಂದು doubt ಇರಬಹುದು ನಿಮಗೆ, is it mandatory that the network diagram should exactly look like this? No, not required. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ change in shape is always permitted. The only thing to be remembered here is whenever you draw a network diagram, unnecessary dummy activity should not be included. Number one. Number two, the flow of direction. Always the activity should flow from left side to right side. Number two. And number three, you are not supposed to overlap. Overlap ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ. Say for example, illondu activity ಇದೆ. Okay? ಈ ತರ. This is not allowed. You cannot draw a line over the line. Over the line ಈ ತರ draw ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay? You cannot jump something like this. Okay? Let's say there is one more activity. This is not allowed. You cannot overlap or you cannot cross any lines. That is not permitted when you're drawing a network diagram. If you take care of this minimum requirement, I think even if there is a slight change in the shape or if you take the orientation from bottom to top, absolutely no problem. Okay, it's perfectly fine. So it's all about just the flow of activities. So if there is a small change in the shape of the diagram, it's perfectly fine. Nothing to worry. Okay. So shall I write this now? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll take question number 8. Okay. So question number 8, I think it seems to be a simple question. Let me see. Up to H tanka ide. So it is dash, dash, A, B, AD, B, C, E, F, and then G. I think now for the first time, we are able to see 3 different activities are combining together. Okay? Yeah. So tell me how many activities are starting points here?
2, sir.
2.
2 activities. So you can see that there are 2 activities starting. One is A and another one is called as B. Okay? Next, from activity A, it is going to C. So this is activity A. So activity A in the, it is going to C. Next one. Activity B in the, it is going to D. So this is activity B. So from activity B, it is going to D. Next one. Activity AD in the, it is going to E. Okay. Now can you please tell me how we can combine activity A and D? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Just have a look on the board and can
So dummy activity.
No. Dummy is not required, right? Why do you require dummy? Just look at the board and tell me what can be done to solve this problem. Activity A is here, activity D is here. We are supposed to combine A and D. What can be done to combine these two without using dummy? Because
From
dummy,
A, get a line to D, so.
yeah. So what we can do is we can directly take, instead of writing D this way, the orientation and change ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. I can take like this. This can be taken as D. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? You can see this particular point is serving 2 purposes. It is both activity A, it is both activity D, and also it is activity AD and activity C. 3 purposes serve ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, that is one thing you need to remember in network diagram. Certain points serve more than one purpose because they'll be actually positioned that way. So this particular point actually catering 3 requirements. It is activity A, it is activity D, and then also it is a combination of activity AD. So E point to AD ಆಯ್ತು. So from AD we are going to have E ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು activity C ನು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು even E also is coming out of it. Okay? Next activity B in the F. So this is activity B. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ F ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay? Next C, E, F in the G. Okay, now can you please tell me C, E, F and the more ಇದೆ. Can I join all the 3 together or am I supposed to introduce dummy activity?
From
C is
C
here,
to
E is here,
activity.
F is here. Yeah. Yes, madam.
From C to E, get a dummy activity, so.
Yeah. Since C and E are coming from the same point, I am supposed to join these 2 by a dummy activity, and F can be directly joined because they are from a different activity. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ Illi I'm supposed to introduce a dummy activity to join C and F. So F na en martine, I'll just join to this point. Now you can see that C, E, F, all the three have joined at this particular point. C and D na I have joined by dummy. F can be directly joined because it is from a different activity. Now this point has become a combination of C, E, F. All the three value converges here. From here, I'm supposed to go to G. Okay, and finally G to H. G to H. It's a simple question. Only thing is we have three values getting merged. That is the only extra speciality of this particular problem. Otherwise, I think it's a very simple question. With only 5-6 iterations, we have got the answer. Okay. So as usual, 1, 2, 3. Okay. ಇದನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, arrows to be very, very important precisely. Okay, have you all understood now whenever you have a 3 activity, how to solve the problem? Any questions, any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No,
Shall we move on to the question? Okay, so shall I write this? Now we'll move on to the next question. I think we have done with all alphabet-based problems now. Okay, all the alphabet-based problems are done. Now, have you all understood clearly when dummy activity has to be introduced, when dummy is not required, and what are the basic rules to be followed as far as network diagram is concerned? Everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me. Any questions? I think somebody raised some questions, I guess. No, nothing?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. So let me take the last 2 types of questions now. See, whenever you have a question on network diagram, it is not necessary that always a network diagram should be asked on alphabet basis. They have one more way of asking question where instead of giving you the predecessor and the activity, they might directly give you the event numbers. Andre that is the simplest form of network diagram. Idralli nimge yavade reeti problem agalla yakandre directly you are supposed to join the numbers ashte in enu illa idralli. I think it's the simplest way of doing it. So the last 2 questions which are given in the question paper, they are called as event based activities, where instead of giving the IP value directly, they'll give the event number. You are supposed to just join the numbers and create a network diagram. So usually in network diagram or network analysis, 2 types of questions will appear. First type of question is one which we have solved now. When problem solve madidive, they all are based on activity based. And they'll give you alphabets and also the predecessor. Using that, you are supposed to construct the network diagram. That is one type. Second type, instead of giving the activity and predecessor, directly the event numbers are given to you. So event numbers kotaga, it is more simple because you are just trying to connect them. Those numbers have to be joined and a network diagram will be ready. So it is far more easier. Okay. So let me take that question out. So the activity is very activity matra irata. We will not have IP value because we don't have any activities here. Directly the events are given. 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. So these are the values given to you. Very simple. Always start with the first activity. What is the first activity? 1 to 2. Will you know direct numbers na loop olgadane barkone. Take barkotira like this. This is active event 1 to event 2 like this. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವು ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So I'm just supposed to join the numbers. So it's very simple question. Okay. So first one is 1 to 2. Next two 1 to 3. Already 1 is there. So I'm supposed to join one more. Now this becomes 1 to 3 like this. Okay. Next 2 to 3. 2 is already here. 3 is already here. Join them. We'll get 2 to 3. Okay. Next 2. 2 to 4. 2 already there. So 2 in the 4. That's it. Next to 3 to 4. So 3 is there, 4 is there. Join them. We'll get 3 to 4. Next 4 to 5. Finished. That's all. Simplest. I think this is the easiest question that we can have as far as network diagram is concerned. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ whatever numbers they are given to you, directly they have to be named. ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ whenever you have a question on like this where numerical values are given to you, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಮ್ಮಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬರಲ್ಲ. You don't have to worry about dummy activity. You don't have to worry about which is starting point, which is ending point. ಏನು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Just join the number in a particular order, you get the values. I think this is the simplest way of asking questions as far as network diagram is concerned. Have you all understood this method, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, very simple question. So numbers are in the exam alli kotra. I think within 2 minutes you can solve the problem. Okay. Yeah. So let me take one more last question on this, and then we will move on to the next method. So idರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, and 5 to 6. Now this is a question. Okay. So as usual, we'll start with the first node 1 to 2. So this is 1, 1 in the 2. Okay. And next 1 to 3. So 1 in the 3. Okay. Next 1 to 4. 1 in the 4. Next to 2 to 5. 2 in the 5. Okay. 3 to 5. So 3 is there, 5 is there. Join them. 3 to 5. Next to 2 to 5 ಆಯಿತು, 3 to 5 ಆಯಿತು, 4 to 6. 4 to 6. Okay. And then finally 5 to 6. That's all. Okay. So you can see that a simple question. Okay. This is the second way of asking questions as far as network diagram is concerned. Is that clear, everyone? Everybody's clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This completes the first type of problems as far as network diagram is concerned. As I already told you, in the exam, they will never ask you a question only to draw a network diagram. Athara yavattu question barala. But unless and otherwise you understood how to draw the network diagram correctly, the next two methods what we have in this chapter, you will not be able to solve. Adike I thought we will spend some time on understanding how to draw the network diagram first perfectly, and then the remaining methods becomes easier. Now my question to the class is, are you all perfect now to draw the network diagram, or still you require some more questions to be solved so that you will have more confidence? I want you to reply on this. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಬಹುದಾ? ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನೀವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? Hello?
It's sufficient, sir.
So what I'll do is, maybe after the class, I have some 5-6 questions which I've kept for homework. Adana ನಾನು WhatsApp group ಅಲ್ಲಿ post ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I want everyone to please practice these questions and draw the network diagram by yourself. Aga you will be able to understand whether you can independently construct the network diagram without any difficulty. Is that okay with all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Madam.
sir, can you please do one sum with dummy equation, sir?
Okay, okay. One homework alle one question ತಗೋತೀನಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ bigger one. Maybe you'll be able to do it. I'm not sure whether ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ I've just taken question randomly. But let me see. ನೋಡೋಣ ಇದನ್ನ. ಇದೊಂದು question ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ತಡಿ. I'll just take one more question. Or else I'll just see. Okay, even the dummy is the problem. Let me take this. Activity and IP. Activities are A, B, C, D, E, F. Dash A, B, C, dash E. Okay. Now can you please tell me which are the starting points in this particular problem?
E and D.
Yeah. So what you need to understand here is, please don't be under the impression that starting events ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ starting ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. It can be in the middle, it can be in the beginning, it can be the end, it can be equally distributed. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ please have a complete scan of the whole question before you start drawing the network diagram. You can see that there are two starting points here. One is activity A and other one is activity E. ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ starting points. Okay. So I'm actually starting to, this is A and this is E. Okay. Yeah. Now from activity A to D, activity A in the B ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ. Okay. Again from one more, activity A to C, activity A to C. Next two, from B and C it is D. ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು? From the combination of B and C, yeah, you can see that both B and C are coming from the same activity A. So therefore, if I want to join B and C, I am supposed to introduce a dummy activity. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು dummy activity na introduce ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, dummy always should be integrated with a dotted line. Okay, now this point is called as BC. ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ BC ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ because B and C is combined here. So from BC it is going to D. Okay, so from here we are talking D. Okay, and finally E to F. So E is here, E in the F ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನಾನು? Can I join this D and F together at the end or should I keep it open? Hello?
Can join, sir.
Join, sir.
Fine, because you can see that both are the ending point. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ I can take here and I can end here. So this becomes your F. Okay. So whenever you have multiple openings at the end of the diagram, please try to join whatever activity is remaining so that it becomes a closed path. So this is 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Arrows na bariyadana yavatu maribedi. This is something very, very important. Please develop the habit of writing this way. So, okay, madam, you understood now how to use dummy now? Somebody
Yes,
asked me.
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Okay. Okay. I think now we have completed with the first type of problems, which are basically about drawing the network diagram. Yeah. Now we shall move on to the next method, which is basically about CPM or critical path method. So before I start with that, I want to ask you, do we have time? Can we have that problem or should I do it on Monday? How is it? Hello?
Monday, sir.
We have time, sir.
We have time. Somebody saying we have time. Others are saying Monday. So where are common of Yeah.
We can go ahead, sir.
I think we can go ahead, Allah, because anyway,
Yes, sir.
Saturday. Do you have any class in the afternoon?
At 4 we have, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think 4 andre, I think we can have some time, no problem. So I'll just try to do one problem on CPM so that you can probably take it. Then one question ivaga pick kaddu nimge kalskodtine. I want people to just okay, I'll just write the question better. I want everyone to please make a note of this question and then I'll come back to the problem. Okay. Now the first method which we are going to introduce in network analysis, it is called as CPM. CPM stands for critical path method. Okay. So what is critical path method? I would like to take a simple example to demonstrate the application of critical path method in network analysis. So ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ನೀವು if you undertake any project, the ultimate objective of the project manager will be with minimum possible cost, he wants to complete the project. That's something which is a common agenda, irrespective of any project anywhere in the world. ನೀವು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು, this is a common goal all project managers will have. Minimum time ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು and maximum productivity ಬರಬೇಕು, minimum cost ಇರಬೇಕು. This is something which is common for all individuals and all industries and all projects. But unfortunately, it is not that simple or easy when it comes to application. On books, yes, everybody says we want to minimize cost, we want to minimize time, we want to increase productivity. All those fancy words appear to be very beautiful on papers, but when it comes to execution, it's really tough job. It's really very hard nut to crush. Okay. Now, what we are trying to understand from this particular example is, when you know that it is not possible to minimize the total project duration or minimize the total cost, then we always try to negotiate or maybe draw a trade-off where at least with minimum possible damage, you complete the project. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದಾಗ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಯಾರಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. We all go to examination hall with an intention that I should score more than 90%, 95% and all that. But unfortunately, the question paper is completely the other way around. Where obviously your expectations also start gradually coming down. 9 ಗಂಟೆ exam ಶುರು ಆದಾಗ 95% ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. The moment you look at the question paper and when you're convinced that you don't know 50% of the question paper, all of a sudden your 90% marks will come down to at least pass ಆದರೆ ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ. Project allo ade reeti agutte. When certain things go beyond your control or when you're very sure that you'll really not be able to do much about it, we always try to minimize the losses. If it is becoming impossible to avoid the loss, at least you try to minimize the loss. Loss na avoid madadu always an objective, but if it cannot be achieved, at least reduce it. That is exactly what the companies or the project managers aim at. That is one part of the story. Second part ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, let us say to complete a particular project there are different possibilities. 4 possibilities ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Possibility A, possibility B, possibility C and possibility D. ಪ್ರತಿ possibility ಗೆ an associated cost is incurred. Say for example, if the company is planning to complete the project by adopting method A, then the investment would be, let's say cost would be around 10,000 rupees. I'm just giving a hypothetical number. In case if you are adopting the method B, let us say you will have to incur a cost of around 25,000. If I'm going for C method, then it will be 45,000. And in case if I'm going for a D method, it will take 1 lakh rupee. Andre, each possibility has got different cost implications. Method A has got 10,000 rupees, method B has got 20, method C has got 50, and method D has got 1 lakh rupee. Now, when you compare all the 4 possibilities, it is very clear that the method D has incurred the maximum expenses compared to the remaining 3. Andre, what do you understand from this particular example? If at all you have to adopt any of one method in the 4 possible methods available to you, it is always better to avoid the method number D. The reason being, method D actually incurs the maximum possible cost. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಡಿ ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೀಸನಬಲಿ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸೇಮ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ನ ನಾವು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಥವಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. If I'm adopting method A, what is the total time required? If I'm adopting method B, what is the time required? Method C, what is the time required? And method D, what is the time required? And whichever method yields at a minimum possible time, that has to be adopted. Andre, very simple, critical path method is nothing but the longest possible distance in this entire network diagram. On the network diagram, longest path or longest distance yavudirutte, our longest distance na we call it as critical path. Now you may have a question in your mind. Whenever we do any project calculation, we are always concerned about taking the shortest route. Hotane now yaru kuda longest route na ishtapadalla because you'll be spending more time, more energy, more cost, everything. Then why is that we are concerned about finding the longest path here? Onde one karanakoskara, if you know well in advance which is the longest distance in the network diagram, you can always avoid that, and anything other than that can be profitable to company. Andre illi approach enandre, you find out which is the maximum damage. So once you know what is the maximum damage that can happen here, anything less than that is a bonus to you. Anything less than that can be a feasible option to you. So this is how we actually go for an indirect approach. Now shortest distance na calculate madala. First, we'll calculate the longest distance, and we know that this is something which has to be avoided. Okay, so if you can avoid that, anything other than that is perfectly all right. So this is what basically we do as far as network diagram is concerned. So critical path method andre in simple meaning or simple definition of critical path is the longest path is the network diagram. ಒಂದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದಾದಂತ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾತ್ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಆ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So whenever a company knows which is the critical path of that particular organization or of that particular project, they always try to avoid that. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನೇ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ you will be able to have a comfortable journey and you'll be able to have a comfortable savings as well. Okay, so this is the theoretical approach as far as critical path is concerned. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ whenever you have a question on critical path, so the basic requirement for critical path also is to first draw network diagram. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ is based on the diagram. So ನಿಮ್ಮ diagram becomes the basis. Only with the diagram all other calculations are possible. So whether it is CPM or whether it is PERT, in fact there is one more concept called crashing which is not there in your syllabus anywhere. Even in crashing also we employ the network diagram, and with that network diagram the further calculations are made. Okay, so whenever we have a question on critical path method, there are series of steps to be followed. Okay, ನಾನು ಒಂದು question ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. I want everyone to please make a note of the question. I'm doing the question now. I want everyone to please take a paper and pen and write down the question, and then I will start solving that problem on the board. Do you have paper with you, everyone? ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಾ? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I'll just tell you please make a quick note of the question and then I will solve the problem. Okay, barcode question. No, yeah. For the following data, now the sub question number 1, first sub question. Okay, draw the network diagram. Draw the network diagram. Draw the network diagram. Second sub question.
Sir is disconnected again.
ಪವರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
But I'm sorry, I'm very extremely sorry for that. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just, I was dictating the question. Till where did I dictated the question?
From
Second point.
first sub question.
Only first is that? Okay. Draw the network diagram you wrote.
Yes, sir.
The second question is find out the earliest and latest times. Find out the earliest and latest times. Earliest and latest times. Okay. Third question, determine the critical path. Determine the critical path. Okay. And the fourth question, find out the total project duration. Find out the total project duration. Find out the total project duration. And the fifth question, calculate total float. TOTL, total float, FLOAT, float. Total float, comma, free float, and independent float. Total float, free float, and independent float. Okay. Have you all wrote all the 5 sub questions, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Now in the last sub question what we have, which is calculate the total cost, total float, free float, independent float. It is entirely a separate question. Andre usually example in ishtu otke kelala because I have taken all possibilities in one question. But normally in the exam they'll break this into two different questions. But since we are practicing it, I thought I'll take all possibilities in one question. But now for time being, we'll only do the first 4 questions because the last question is entirely a different method by itself. ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ the solving CPM perfectly. Once everybody is confident of solving CPM, then we'll come back to the last sub question. So ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ after solving the first 4 sub question, you leave half page, one half page bittire. Once I solve 2-3 problems on CPM, then we'll come back to this question and solve the last sub question. Is it okay? Have you all understood the logic now? First 4 questions solve made. Maybe you can leave half page and then I will come back to that last sub question maybe after solving 2-3 problems on CPM. Because first CPM perfect agbeku. If I do both together, maybe you'll get confused. Tumba ottige helidre confuse agutte. Again first 4 madi, then we will take up it later. Okay? Yeah. So now let me write the data. This is the data given to you along with the questions. So the data is activity, okay, and then we have IP and then duration. These are the 3 data will be given in the question paper. So A, B, C, D, E, F. IP values are dash, A, B, C, dash and E. And durations are 2, 3, 4, 6, 2 and 8. Okay, now this is a question. Now I am supposed to construct the network diagram, do the forward and backward calculations, determine the critical path, and finally calculate the total project duration. Ishtu solve madidre, that is called a CPM problem. Example nimge ishtu detail questions kodala. They may directly ask one simple question: determine critical path for the following data. They will not give all these sub questions. If the question is determine critical path for the following data, it invariably means all these 4 things have to be calculated. Are you all able to follow me clearly? You may not be expecting the question paper to have the detailed questions what I've given now. In short, if the question is just determine critical path for the following data, ಈ 4 sub questions ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. But 5th sub question is entirely different. Don't unnecessarily solve that when it is not asked to you, because you'll be unnecessarily wasting your time and you will not get any extra marks or anything for that. Okay? Hagagi CPM anta kelidre first 4 sub questions na answer ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay. Now as usual, the first thing to be done in this particular problem is you are supposed to draw the network diagram. That is a basic step. ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ the first thing what you're supposed to do is you are supposed to draw the network diagram. So first we will draw network diagram. I want everyone to please clearly understand. I think already problem solve madidine, but anyway let me do it once again. You can see how many activities are starting points here?
2.
Are the 2 starting points?
A and
E.
A and B. Yeah. So A is the first starting point and E is the second starting point. So for diagram ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ. I'll tell you what is the reason for it, because a lot of calculations comes inside the diagram also. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ please write a bigger figure so that all the values are legibly written. Okay? A and D. From A it is going to B. A in the B ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Okay? Then again from A in the C. A in the C. So from BC it is D. You can see B and C are coming from same point. Therefore, I'm supposed to introduce a dummy activity and join them. I think just now we have solved a problem anyway. So we are supposed to introduce a dummy activity here. Now this becomes BC. From BC, it is going to D. Then D there. And finally E to F. I think we have known, since there are 2 openings here, I can directly join them. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ F ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, are you all okay with the diagram? Diagram is okay? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes,
doubt?
sir.
So now, as I already said, you are supposed to clearly indicate the arrows. Arrows na clear agi indicate madi, because these arrows are very important when you are solving the problems on CPM, because the flow of directions are very important. Okay. Now we can see that this is exactly how the direction comes in. Now we are supposed to number it. Numbering ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I have successfully completed the first sub question of your problem, that is draw network diagram. What is the second question asked in the problem? What is the
Find
second-
out earliest and latest time.
Very good. Now the second thing is you are supposed to find out, this is the whole crux of the calculation. Now my CPM problem that is based on your second question. What is the second question here? Earliest and latest time. I want everyone to please understand this concept very clearly, because this is the whole crux of it. Okay. Adukina munche, now I just want to tell you the significance of it. Okay. I'm just writing it in. You can't start you're able to see, right? Yeah. So you are supposed to do or calculate earliest times. Okay. Earliest time, there are some synonyms to it. Earliest antandru vandane, forward calculation antandru vandane. Both are one and the same. Earliest or forward calculations are one and the same. And please remember, the earliest time or forward calculations are represented by the symbol capital letter E. Capital letter E in the symbol na maribeku. Okay? Yeah. Now I should do the calculations of earliest times. Hege earliest calculation madodu? Adikke your network diagram becomes important. Okay? Now there are totally how many nodes are there in this particular problem? Node andre idina node anta karidi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally 6 nodes ide. Okay? Prati node ige I am supposed to introduce a special, okay, for every event I'm supposed to write a notation like this. Okay, this is how I'm supposed to write for all the numbers. Go to 6 activities there, 6 events there. All 6 events here I'm supposed to write down a hut like this. Okay, either first, and 5 I'm writing here. Okay, and 6 I'm writing here. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Next time ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, I am supposed to designate certain values to hut. ಪ್ರತಿ ಹಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Please understand this very clearly. Each hut which I have written in this entire problem has got 2 compartments. ಎರಡು compartment ಇದೆ. One is the top portion and other one is the bottom portion. You all agree? Every hut that I have written in the problem has got 2 compartments. One is the top portion and other one is called as the bottom portion. Okay. Now, hereafter, in all network analysis problem, particularly when you're solving CPM or PERT, this is universally accepted fact. The topmost portion of the hut should always use to represent the value L. L andre no latest time ಅಥವಾ backward calculation. ಎರಡು ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್. Forward calculation is called as earliest time and backward calculation is called as latest times. Okay, and always remember the top portion is always meant for backward calculation or latest calculation or L value. Similarly, the bottom portion is always meant for forward calculation or earliest time ಅಥವಾ E values ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು E values ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So the bottom is always earliest value and the top is always the latest value. So bottom is forward and top is backward. Okay. ಈಗ E and L ಆಯ್ತು. ಈ E and L ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು? Whatever number is there in this event, the same number should be given to E and L. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? This becomes E1 and this becomes L1. Are you understanding? The same number, whatever the event has, the same number should be given to both E and L values. So E1 and L1 ಆಯ್ತು. Again, I will come to this hut. E hut ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು? Can you tell me what is this value now? ಈ value ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು?
E2.
E2.
So this is E2 and this becomes L2. Very good. What is this value?
E3.
E3 and the top portion becomes L3. Okay, if I come here, it is 5. Therefore, this becomes E5 and this becomes L5. Okay, and we will come to this E value in Bharata. This is E4 and this is L4. And lastly, this value, this is E6 and this is L6. Andre, forward and backward calculations andre enandre, I am supposed to find all the values of E and all the values of L. ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ we have completed with the calculations. This is exactly what we are supposed to do in critical path. Are you getting the point clearly now? The objective of this problem is finding all the values of E and L, and with these E and L value we can determine the critical path. Artha aita? Have you all understood this hat and this concept, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's start with the calculations. So yavaglu gap itkolli, whenever you do calculations for critical path, we should always start the calculations from the earliest time. Andre first yavaglu navu en madbeku, forward calculation shuru madbeku. Only once the forward calculations are completed, then we'll come back to the backward calculations. Okay? Yeah, so first we'll start with the forward calculations. So whenever we start with the forward calculations, there are certain prerequisites, ಕೆಲವು conditions ಇದೆ. ಏನು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದೆ? ನಿಮಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೆ, ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಟು ಅದರ್, ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫರ್ದರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಅಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲರ್ ಟು ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಆಲ್ರೈಟ್, ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ always assembles or always implicates forward calculations. I mean the ascending order, and then we'll start from the lowest value and then we progress further. Okay, so whenever we are starting with forward calculation, we should always start with the lowest value of E. Okay, yake E anta tagotidini because forward calculations are represented by E value. E andru onda, forward calculation andru onda, earliest time andru onda. All the three are one and the same. Okay, now can you tell me which is the lowest value of E in this particular problem? Yaudu?
E1.
E1.
So obviously 1 in the shuru madbeka. So E1 is a point from where I should start my calculation. Okay, I want everyone to just go back to your Modi method. Modi method ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಇದೇ ತರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. All the values of U and V we calculated. You remember that? U and V values were required, and with that many other calculations were done. Allu ashte, the entire values of U and V was unknown to me. Eno gothirilla namge. It was completely blank. So we made an assumption. What was the assumption we made in Modi method? Can anybody please tell me? Hello? We assume
So the row with many zeros we considered as U is equal to 0, sir.
Very good. So what we did was we just identify a row or column having maximum allocations, and the row with or column with maximum allocations we considered it as 0, and then the remaining values were calculated. The same principle is applied here also. Adrelli no maximum allocation alla eno baralla ille. We will directly assume that in all problems of critical path, the value of E1 andre eno, the first value of E shall always be assumed as 0. This is the assumption we make as far as critical path method is concerned. Are you understanding? All CPM problems alli now E1 value na 0 anta assume madkondo, with that assumption the remaining values have to be calculated. Okay, so what is the first thing I am supposed to do now? I am supposed to assume as E1 is equals to 0. This is the first step. Artha agtide nimge? Okay. As and when the calculations are done, I insist that you please enter this value on the respective tables. Ahattal bardbidi. Aga nimge ellu confusion agala. Okay, don't keep at the end. The moment you find out a particular value, you immediately enter the value there. Iga na E1 value 0 anta gottayitu. So directly I will put the value here, E1 equal to 0. Artha agtidya? Now, as I said, in forward calculations, you are supposed to solve this problem completely in the ascending order. Ascending order ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? What do you mean by ascending order? After E1, the next you have to find E2, then E3, then E4, E5 and E6. ಅಲ್ಲಿ calculate ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. Okay? Now E1 is got. Now I'm supposed to find the second value which is called as E2. E2 calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? Purely looking at your diagram. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, diagram is very 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 important. A small mistake in diagram, the entire problem is gone. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಾರದು. Okay? Yeah. I want everyone to please pay attention now. I want to find the value of E2. ಈಗ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ E2 ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? E2 is here. This is the value which is E2. When you are calculating the value of earliest time in network diagram, you should always see the preceding values. ಅಂದ್ರೆ E2 ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? From where E2 is coming? You can see this 2 is coming from where? It is coming from 1. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ arrow directions are very 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 important. ಈಗ 2 ಇದು. This is 2. You should see from where 2 is coming. 2 ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? It is coming from 1. ಅಂದ್ರೆ if I want to find the value of E2, I should see the origin of that. So what is the origin for 2? The origin of E2 is E1. 1 ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೀರಾ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? E2 is equals to E1 plus T. ಇಲ್ಲಿ T ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? T is nothing but duration. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ it requires some time. And that time is called as T. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? Are all able to follow this particular step? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To travel from this point to this point, a certain amount of time is required, and that time is called as duration. ಅವ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ how much time is required, that has to be considered. So equation ಗೆ substitute ಮಾಡಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ, you get the answer. So what is this T? ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು? ಫಾರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಎ ದ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅದ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 2 ಅಂತ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಬಿ ಗೆ ದ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 3. ಬಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಬಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 3. ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸಿ ಗೆ ದ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ 4. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ 4. ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿ ಗೆ duration is 6, so this is duration 6. Activity E get 2, so activity E get 2, and activity F get the duration is 8. So just write down like this, and it becomes easy for calculation. Now can you please tell me the value of E2 now? E2 value ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? How much we get?
0 plus 2 is equal to 2.
0 is E1 and T is nothing but duration, which is 2, so it becomes 2. So the value of E2 becomes 2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿ. So E2 is equals to 2. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Now after 2, which is the next value to be calculated?
3.
Hello? 3. Very good.
E3.
I am supposed to find out E3. ಈಗ diagram ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ E3 ಗೆ origin ಏನು? Please see the diagram and tell me from where 3 is originating from?
E1.
Yeah, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 need not come from 2. ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. 1 2 ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 2 3 ಇಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋ, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್. ಇಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯುವರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರೊನಾಲಜಿಕಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ದ 3 ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಗೇನ್ 1 ಇಂದನೇ ಆರಿಜಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಫಾರ್ E3? ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ನೌ. Tell me the equation.
E1 plus T.
E1 plus T.
E1 plus T. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ T change ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ T ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? T. What will be the value of T here?
3.
2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಇಂದ 3 ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ what is the duration taken?
2, sir.
ಅದಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿ. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. So now what will be the value? Again E1 value 0 only. And T value, this T has to be taken. The duration from 1 to 3 is 2. This is the value 2. So the 2 agata. So therefore 0 plus 2 is equals to 2. Now I've got the value of E3 also. E3 value is 2. Okay. Now, after 3, E3, which is the next value to be calculated?
E4.
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 E4. Okay. Okay. Please look at the diagram and tell me the equation for E4 now.
E2 plus T.
You can see
E2
4
plus
is here.
3.
So 4 in the origin ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು. The 4 is originating from 2. 2 in the originate ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. So therefore, what is the equation now? E2 plus T. E2 plus T. So what is E2 value? E2 value is 2.
2.
And what is the duration here? The duration is 3. So 2 plus 3, now it becomes 5. So the value of E4 is equals to 5. E4 becomes 5. Okay. Now what is the next equation? Yeah, the next equation.
E5.
E5.
Okay. Illi, now we have a special case. E5 is there. You can see E5 is here. Unlike all the previous method, it is not coming only from one single point. Unique value line. 5 is coming from 2 different places. You all agree? ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, originate ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. 5 is coming from 2 and also it is coming from 4. Are you understanding? Are you able to see this point clearly? The 5
Yes, sir.
is coming from 2 different points. It is coming from 2 and also it is coming from 4. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದ್ರೆ we call that particular event as merge event. ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮರ್ಜ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ then we call it as merge event. Now we have come across a very important event called merge event. So what is the meaning of merge event? If any event is originated from more than one event, ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ event ಇಂದ originate ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ then that events or those events are called as merge event. Okay, ಈಗ ಇದು merge event ಆಯ್ತು. Now event number 5 is called as merge event. Have you all understood why I am calling this as merge event? Has everybody
Yes,
understood this point? Okay. ಈಗ merge event ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? I cannot use the same principle. First 4 values ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ತರ ನಾನು merge event ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ there are 2 different options coming in. So the rule says, ಇದನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The rule says whenever you are finding the value for a merge event, then I should consider both the possibilities. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ, 3 event ಇರಬಹುದು. Maybe the 5 can come from one more also. We never know. It depends on the question. It can be anything more than one. ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಷ್ಟೇ event ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ it becomes a merge event. Not necessary to be only 2. It can be 3, 4 or whatever it is. So all possibilities should be considered and the maximum of all the possibility should be written as answer. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ equation ನ maximum of all possibilities, that should be your answer. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ particular problem ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು possibilities ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? How many possibilities are there?
2.
2. So which are the 2 possibilities? Can you please tell me the equations of 2 possibilities? The first possibility is E2 plus T. This is one possibility. E2 in the one possibility there. Which is the other possibility?
E4.
E4, sir.
E4.
Plus T. Andre rule ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ write down all the possibilities. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ possibility ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ highest value ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ that should be the answer for E5. That's all. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. Whenever you come across a merge event, you should be taking the maximum amongst all the possible values. Since here there are only 2 possibilities, I should write down the values for both. Out of these 2 values, whichever is highest or maximum, that shall be taken as E5 value. So you can calculate ಮಾಡೋಣ. So calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? So maximum of, okay, what is E2 value? E2 is 2 plus T. ಇಲ್ಲಿ duration ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So 2 plus 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು 6 ಆಯ್ತು. Next to E4 plus T. E4 value 5 ಇದೆ. Okay. And please remember, whenever you have any activity which is dummy, ಈಗ ಅದು dummy activity ಇದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ duration ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. So ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ dummy activity ಬರುತ್ತೆ, the duration of dummy activity should be taken as 0. Please remember this. In all network diagram, the duration of the dummy activity shall be taken as 0. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 5 plus 0 ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, now can you please tell me ಎರಡು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ which is the highest value?
6.
Because 2 plus 4 is 6, 5 plus 0 is 5. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ since the equation says maximum of the possibility, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ what is the final answer now? The value of E5 is equals to 6. ಈಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ what is merge event and how to take with the merge event ಅಂತ? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The value of E5 becomes 6. Now the last calculation ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. Which is the last calculation to be done? Which is the last calculation?
E6.
E6.
ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು E6 ನೋಡಿ. Again E6 is a merge event. Right? Correct? E6 merge event ಆಗುತ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can see that because 6 is coming from two different points. It is coming from 5 and also it is coming from 3. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Again it is a merge event. So whenever it is merge event, what is the equation to be written now? Tell me the equation of for E6 now. Equation ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ.
Maximum.
Maximum of ಹೇಳಿ. Maximum of
E5 plus T.
okay, E5 plus T or
E3 plus T.
E3 plus T.
very good, very good. Okay, now let's substitute the value. So E5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? What is the value for E5? 6 ಇದೆ. Okay, 6 plus ಇದರ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 6 plus 6. Okay, or E3 plus T. E3 value ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 2 ಇದೆ. And what is the duration here? It is the duration is 8. So 8 ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ now you please tell me the value. ಯಾವುದು highest value ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ?
12, sir.
Because 6 plus 6 is 12 and 2 plus 8 is 10. Since we require the maximum value, here the maximum value becomes 12.
12.
The final answer of E6 equals to 12. Now we have successfully completed the first part of calculation, which is called as forward calculations. Okay, have you all understood forward calculations now, everyone? Any doubts, any questions? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yeah, I'll just quickly summarize what we have done in the forward calculation. ಮೂರು ವಿಷಯನ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Point number 1, the forward calculations always starts from the lowest value of E, which is nothing but even value. Even value should always be assumed as 0. Number 2, in forward calculations, the value shall be calculated in ascending order, that is E1, E2, E3 and so on. The next value is always calculated by seeing from where it is preceding. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನ ನೋಡಿ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ we have to look at. That means we need to find out the preceding activity. And always the next activity is obtained by adding the duration. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಡಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. We will be adding the value and we are getting the answers. And the most important part to be remembered in forward calculations is whenever you come across with a merge event. Merge event andre ಏನು? In any event, if more than one event is formed, ಅಥವಾ the event is actually a combination of more than one event, then it is called as a merge event. So whenever we have a merge event, you should take the maximum amongst all the possible values in that particular ambit. Okay, so ishtu steps na ನೀವು follow ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we will have the values of earliest calculations. Is that clear, everyone? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Clarity is established? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Another 5 minutes we'll finish with the backward calculation. Allige we have done with the problem. Okay, just quickly complete this. Next we'll come back to the backward calculation. I hope I know you have no problems. Are you feeling hungry or what?
No, sir.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಕಿಚನ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರೋಮಾ ಬರಕ್ ಶುರು ಆದ್ರೆ it becomes very tempting. I think the liberty of at least peeping into the kitchen and munching something and coming back. Anyway, now this is backward calculation. So in backward calculation, ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Okay, I'll just tilt a bit. Yeah. Forward calculations ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ವಿಷಯ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಏನಂತ? We started with even value, we added the duration, and whenever it is merge event, we took maximum value. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ opposite. In backward calculation, everything is opposite. In backward calculation, we always start from the last value of L. And the problem is, what is the last value of L?
L6.
L6.
In backward calculation, we are going to do the calculations in descending order. And the first to L6, amele L5, amele L4, L3, L2, L1. Forward calculation, we added the duration. As a backward calculation, we are supposed to subtract the duration. That is the second difference. Forward calculation, we had the concept called merge event. As a backward calculations, we have a concept called burst event. Okay, I will explain anyway. Don't worry. Now, the first thing to be done here, I should start the calculation from the last value of L. So, the last value of L is L6. Forward calculation assumption ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಏನಂತ assumption ಮಾಡಿದೆ e1 equal to 0 ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Similarly, even in backward calculation also we make an assumption. What is assumption? The last value of L is assumed as equal to the last value of E. This is the assumption we make. Okay, so ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ 6 value ಏನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, that will be exactly equal to the last value of E. This is the assumption. ಏನು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನಂಬರ್ ಬರಲಿ, whichever is the last activity of E, that shall be assumed as equal to the last value of L. Since here L6 is the last activity, it is assumed as equal to E6. This is the assumption we make as far as the backward calculation is concerned. Artha agtideya? You all understood this step, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So again, the value is L6 is equals to 12 anta agutte, because E6 equals to 12. I am assuming that L6 is equal to E6, therefore it becomes 12. Alige first value gottaಗುತ್ತೆ. So I'll write it here. L6 is equals to 12. First item. Now, since we are doing the values in the backward calculations or in the descending order, what is the next value to be calculated? L6 admele
L5.
L5.
has to be calculated. Okay. Now, please look at the board diagram. Nodi. Forward calculations line madade, I always saw where the activity is coming from. Okay. ಈಗ ನಾನು 2 ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ I saw from where 2 is coming. It is coming from 1 ಅಂತ. But backward calculation ಅಲ್ಲಿ I should say where that is ending. ಅಂದ್ರೆ if I want to calculate the value of L5, I should see where 5 is ending. L5 end ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಹೋಗಿ
L6.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, we took from where it is actually preceding. Here we are saying where it is succeeding. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ succeed ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ I should see where 5 is terminating. The 5 is terminating at 6. So the equation for L5 is equals to L6 minus T. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ L5 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. You understood this logic, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So L5 is equals to L6 minus T. Here L6 value is 12 ಇದೆ. And what is the duration now? The duration 6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So 12 minus 6 is equals to 6. ಆಗ ನಮಗೆ L5 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. Now it becomes 6 ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? Okay. Now after L5, which is the next value to be calculated?
L4.
Okay, L4. Okay. Please look at the diagram and tell me where is 4 ending? 4 L hogi terminate agtagde.
5.
You can see the 4 is terminating at 5. Andre equation enagutte iga L4 is equals to L5 minus T. Again, since it is dummy activity irodrinda, the duration becomes 0. Okay. So what will be the value now? L5 6 minus 0, which will be equal to 6. So now we have got the value of L4 is equals to 6. Okay. Next to L4 admele next value irutte?
L3.
Okay. Can you please tell me where is 3 terminating?
In 6.
3 is terminating at 6. Very good. 3 is terminating at 6. So the equation enagutte? L6 minus T. L6 minus T. So what is L6 value? 12. minus t. t ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಈ ಡ್ಯೂರೇಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು, which is
8.
12 minus 8, it becomes 4. So the value of E4 becomes, sorry, L3 becomes 4. L3 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next ಯಾವ್ದು value?
L2.
Okay, L2 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. Can anybody please tell me what is the speciality in L2? Please look at it and tell me. Yeah. What is the uniqueness in L2 value?
So it's
It is ending two different activities.
Very good. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ, we were used to recognize and we used to call it as merge event. ಅದೇ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ we see that they are terminating at two different points. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥದ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಹಿಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರೋದು. More than one activity, if it is going out, then we call that particular activity as what? Burst event. Okay, so backward calculation ali we are concerned about a special type of event called burst event. Andre illi ee problem alli you can see that activity 2 is a burst event because more than one activity is coming out. So rule ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, whenever you come across a burst event you should take minimum of the value. Exactly opposite. Forward calculation ಅಲ್ಲಿ merge event ಬಂದಾಗ we took maximum value. Backward calculation ಅಲ್ಲಿ when we are getting the burst event we get what? Minimum value ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. These small points, small things you should be very clear. Confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. So forward ಅಲ್ಲಿ merge event ಬರುತ್ತೆ, backward ಅಲ್ಲಿ burst event ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So whenever is a burst event, when you're writing the equation, you should take the minimum of all possibilities. ಇಲ್ಲಿ minimum value ತಗೋಬೇಕು. So can you please tell me the equation now? ಈಗ equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ L2 ಗೆ. Tell me the equation. Hello? Hello?
The minimum of L4 minus 2.
Minimum of
Very good. Yeah.
L4 minus T.
Okay. L4 minus T, or which is the other possibility?
L5 minus T.
L5 minus T.
Very good. So ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು possibility ನಲ್ಲಿ whichever is lowest value that should be taken as L2. So we'll find the value now. So minimum of L4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 6 minus 3, and what is L5? 6 minus 4. Okay, so ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು minimum value ಇವಾಗ? 6 minus 3 is 3 and 6 minus 4 is 2. So the minimum value happens to be
3.
2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, 3 ಅಲ್ಲ. 2 is the minimum. So 2 is the minimum value. Therefore the value of L2 becomes 2. Now we'll come to the last value. Which is the last value? L1. Okay.
1.
Now ಏನು clue ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Tell me for L1 now. Please look at the board and tell me what is the L1.
Minimum of
L3 minus T.
L2.
Burst event. Avtana, you all agree with that? L1 is a burst event, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the equation for L1 now. So L1 is equals to minimum of, which are the two possibilities? L2
L3.
L3 minus T. Okay. So what is L2 value? L2 value is 2. So 2 minus 2. Ali duration tagondre. Illi 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2. So which is the minimum value in both the cases? Ali minimum yaad barata?
0.
0, because 2 minus 2 is 0 is the minimum value. Therefore, the value of L1 becomes 0. Now we have successfully completed the backward calculation also. Okay. Any questions or any doubts in backward calculations? Anybody? Any doubts? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
so
sir.
what-
No, sir.
Okay, 3 things you please remember in backward calculation. The first thing, in backward calculation, we always start calculation from descending order. And then we always start from the highest value and go on till the lowest value. Number 1. Number 2, we are supposed to make an assumption that the last value of L is equal to the last value of E. That is the first assumption we make. Next, always the values are calculated in descending order by subtracting the durations. Forward ಅಲ್ಲಿ addition ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, then backward ಅಲ್ಲಿ subtraction ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. In forward calculation we see from where it is originating, but in backward calculation we see where it is terminating. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ terminate ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು subtract ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. That is next thing. And finally, whenever you come across a burst event, what do you mean by burst event? If more than one event goes out from a particular activity, then we call it as burst event. So if at all you come across a burst event, then we should take minimum amongst all the possibilities. Okay, so by applying these steps, we'll be able to get the forward and backward calculation. Allige we have solved the first and second sub question. Now the last two questions are there, which are just inspection method, direct answer. Can one of you please tell me what is the third question asked in the question paper? Third question, you know?
Determine the
critical path.
ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ main question ಏನದು? Determine the critical path. Okay. Critical path na ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ we are supposed to find a very important concept called critical activities. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. First we are supposed to find critical activity na ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. Okay, what is the meaning of critical activity? That is the question. Okay, very simple. What is critical activity? In any network diagram, an activity is said to be critical if both E and L values are same. ಯಾವ activity ನಲ್ಲಿ E ಮತ್ತೆ L value same ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ activities na we call it as critical activity. Very, very simple procedure. Okay, just remember this word very clearly. All activities whose E and L values are same, they are called as critical activity. ಈಗ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ can you please tell me out of the 6 nodes ಎಷ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ E ಮತ್ತೆ L ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ?
3 sir. 2
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. You should supposed to see how many events E and L values are same. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿದೆ.
4 sir.
4 sir.
1 you can see 0 0 same. Correct? 2 2 2 same. Okay. Next in ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ? 5 6 and 6 same.
Guys, there is a power cut, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Activities whose E and L values are same, they are called as critical activities. Okay, ಈಗ 4 critical activity ಬಂತು. Now I should find critical path. What is critical path? If all these critical activities are joined together, that becomes a critical path. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ then those critical activities have to be joined in a sequence. ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತದೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1 is a critical activity, 2 is a critical activity, 5 is a critical activity, and 6 is a critical activity. So all these 4 activities should be joined without lifting the hand. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಡಬಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This is the first 2 3. This double line indicates your critical path. Andre a critical path is a path where all the critical activities are combined together. Okay, so idana critical path anu kariತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ critical path answer ಏನಾಯ್ತು? Very simple. So critical path is equals to, what is the answer? You should see this path. 1 in the 2 na A ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. That is the first. It is called as C. The critical path of this particular problem is A to C to D. Andre ED problem alli A to C to D is the longest distance in the entire network diagram. Artha agtidya? What is the meaning of critical path? The critical path is the longest path in the network diagram. Andre ED problem alli 1 ಇಂದ 6 ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ರೂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 1 to 2, 2 to 5 and 5 to 6 is the longest path, and that longest path is called as critical path. Have you all understood? Step. Okay. Now we'll come to the final step. What is the final step? Last question. No. Total project duration. Okay. Total project duration ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ critical path ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ duration ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ that will become the total project duration. Okay. That is 2 plus 4 plus 6. What is 2 plus 4?
6.
6 plus 6?
12.
That's it. So the total project duration is equals to 12. That is the fourth answer. First. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೆರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಪಾತ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, when you add all the durations of your critical path, it will be always equal to the last value of E and L. ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 14 ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದ್ದು ಇದನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ 12 ಬಂದ್ರೆ then it is wrong. ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Okay, please remember this is a verification step. Whenever you add all the durations of the critical path, the total will always be equal to the last value of L and E. Last value ಏನಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 12 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 12 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 10 9 ಏನೋ ಬೇರೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ that means your problem is wrong. So this is a verification you can do to determine whether you have got your answers correct or not. So this completely can be expected for 10 marks in the exam. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು one problem ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, which is simple ಆಗಿದೆ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್, determine the critical path for the following data ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ನೀವು. So this is the minimum thing you have to do if the question is asked to calculate critical path. ಇಷ್ಟು, this is one question. ಈ ತರ ಅವ್ರ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. They'll only ask you a question, determine critical path. These 4 steps have to be done: network diagram, forward and backward calculation, critical path, and finally the total project. Any questions, any doubts? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I think this is what this is I've taken a very simple question. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ the number of activities ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. It might be a bigger network diagram, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಲೆಂತಿ ಆಗೋದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, so this is the only way of solving the problems in critical path. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು critical path ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. There is one more question to it, which is total float, free float, independent float, which I'll take up later. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ I want everyone to be perfect with this method. First ನಿಮಗೆ critical path perfect ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ then that becomes easy for you to understand. Okay, so I think we can stop at this stage because it's quite some time. I think you also require some rest. I'll stop at this stage. I'll be posting some questions to you. Maybe Madhyana or Sanjay, I'll post some questions. So you can probably practice some problems tomorrow. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಡೀ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತು ಇದನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you will completely forget it. So please spend some 15-20 minutes time on this, maybe tomorrow morning or afternoon whenever it's possible, so that you will be able to appreciate the concepts clearly. Okay, so ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಫೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂತ? You all understood fairly how a CPM problem is calculated? Everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. That's great.
Yes, sir.
So I'll post one question or two questions to you. Adhan solve ಮಾಡಿ ಮನೇಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು, so that Monday when I continue the class I will solve one more problem. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ CPM ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so that you will become perfect. Okay? Yeah. So we'll stop the class for the day. So thank you
Sir?
all. So, yeah. Yes, sir.
Last date for submission of assignment, sir.
Oh, assignment problem submit ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೀವು?
Ha, sir.
Anyway, I think it was today ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? I think we agreed on Saturday. I think today we were supposed to submit, right?
Sir, can you extend it, sir?
This is a smart way of putting a request, right? Okay. So Yavaga, when you are able to submit it?
So Wednesday or Thursday, sir.
Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. So Thursday, you please submit it. ನಾನು quick learn ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ I'll post the link. Okay. So by Thursday,
Thank you
everybody
so much, sir.
submit your assignment. Okay. Okay
Thank
then.
you, sir.
So yeah. Take care. So see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.